here. Got the seal broken. Let's see here. There it is. Let's pull it out. Hey everybody, this is TJR. The other week when Robert and I discussed the re-release of All Things Must Pass by George Harrison, I got to thinking about the fact that this is a complete remixing of the album that we're going to be seeing. And I decided that I'm going to need to really brush up on the original album, listen closely to the original mix in preparation for what will eventually be a video where I compare the two mixes. So I went looking for my CD copy, and I've only ever owned the album on CD, a very early copy of it on CD that I've had for ages and ages and ages. And as I looked through my CD collection, I discovered that it's gone. And this has happened to me from time to time. I have found that music that I once owned is no longer in my collection. And a number of things could happen. One, it may have gotten lost during a move. Two, I may have loaned it to somebody and then forgotten about it. Or three, someone might have stolen it from me. Anything's possible. So I am going to, of course, replace my CD copy. But while I was doing that, I got to thinking, could I get an original vinyl copy? Is that doable? I have no idea. At least I had no idea what it was going for. So I did a little searching, and I found an internet seller. It was actually on Etsy, a seller called Vinyl Garage, who had a copy reasonably priced. In his description, of course, he stated that this copy has seen a lot of love, which means it's seen a lot of wear. That there would be discoloration to the cover, a lot of wear to the box, but described the records as being in very good plus condition. So he had pretty good reviews from other purchasers, so I decided to go ahead and take a chance and buy a copy. And here it is. All Things Must Pass. This is a vintage pressing. As you can see, there's a lot of discoloration. That was in his description, so I knew what I was getting myself into. There's certainly wear on the box here as well, obvious wear that you can see. I'm going to open it up here. The first thing I want to mention after I pulled this out of the packaging is that my older brother used to own a copy of this album. And I remember this box being thicker, bigger, but I guess I was wrong. But that's memory for you. I used to look at his copy, although I never really played it. And this kind of has this kind of stitched kind of opening here like this. It doesn't completely come off. It's connected to the lower half. Now, I've already taken the records and I've already put them in anti-static sleeves because the original sleeves were very worn out and had splits all across them. He didn't mention that in his description, that the sleeves had splits. You can see here the Apple logo, kind of reddish-orange Apple logo, as opposed to the green one. And let me go ahead and just pull these records out. I'm going to quickly show you the sleeves here. When we talked about the re-release and I talked about the sleeves, I realize now that I've seen the original product here that the remix re-release that's going to be coming out soon replicates these sleeves here that has, the lyrics and such. One thing I'd never seen was this Apple Jam logo, which is on the third disc where you've got the jam sessions. That's something I had never really seen before. But the sleeves, not in great shape, but what can you expect? Lots of splits here on the sleeves. So I immediately, took them out of these and put them in anti-static sleeves. Now, when I looked at the records, some of them looked really great. The one that looked the best was the Apple Jam third record. Clearly, that was the record that the original owner played the least. Also, in my research on these, on the original LP release, the actual record package, the whole package was advertised as a 2-record set with a third bonus record at the same price as a 2-record set. That, of course, was the Apple Jam disc, which has the jam sessions. I thought that was interesting that it was marketed and sold that way, because with this re-release, they're certainly not selling you 3 LP disc for the price of 2 this time around. Anyways, that's the sardonic side of me speaking. At any rate, though, I looked at the records. They mostly looked pretty good. One of them had some serious marks on it that looked almost like a gouge, and I'm going to show you a picture of that so you can take a look here. However, when I played it, overall, the record sounded pretty darn good for their age. You know, yes, there's going to be some snap, crackle, and pop between tracks, and maybe during quieter moments you might hear some of that. Nothing serious, though. And the areas that had like that gouge, or what looked like a gouge, no problem at all. Played fine. There was, however, one skip on the first disc on the very first song, unfortunately. And that's a chance you take with used records. Even before the CD era, if I bought a used record, or even during the CD era, I sometimes, occasionally, during that transitional period, would buy a used record because it was cheaper. There's always a chance that you're going to get skipping. That's always a possibility. And so, yeah, it was on there. Of course, the seller didn't mention that. But then again, I can't expect somebody who is in the market to sell used records to listen to everything that they're selling. I just can't expect that. I take the same chance when I walk into a used record store that there might be a skip. I guess I could raise a fuss and see if I could return it. I don't think I'm going to probably do it, though. I just wanted to show you that reddish gold apple one more time there. I don't think I'm going to do that, though, more than likely. Because, I mean, I could buy another one and have the same problem, you know. You just don't know what's going to happen, you know. But, yeah, so one skip. Overall, though, I would say I was pretty pleased with this purchase. Oh, and real quick, I do have to show you this. This is that Apple Jam logo here. It's on the third disc. I don't remember this when I looked at my brother's copy, but then again, I doubt that I ever pulled this out of the sleeve with this copy. I know I never played it, but I do remember looking at it and just kind of going through it, looking at the poster, which was very dark and mysterious looking. Oh, and by the way, I think I mentioned it earlier, but there was no poster with this set. And so, yeah. But, I mean, it was reasonably priced. And overall, these sounded really good. I did digitally import them. The software that I use does have the ability to cut down on the amount of little statically clicks you might hear. And I did use it to help improve that. It did help improve the skip a little bit. It's still there. You can't get rid of it completely, but it did make it a little softer. However, I am going to pick this up on CD. I just thought it would be cool to actually check out an original vintage vinyl copy of it. And, you know, I could have paid more money for a better condition set. Definitely could have. I chose not to. But I am going to pick it up on CD because I do want to compare the original mix. I'm listening to this too. I'm going to listen to the CD as well. And when the new re-release comes out with the new remix, I'm going to make a comparison and talk about them. Anyways, though, everybody, hope you enjoyed that. If you like what I do here, be sure to click like, click subscribe, and smash the bell notification icon so you can know when I release new videos. I want to thank my Patreon supporters who are helping me make more videos more often. If you'd like to be a Patreon supporter, please go to patreon.com/TJRTheOriginal. Pledge whatever you can, even if it's just a one-time pledge, it helps. I also want to thank everybody who shares these videos on social media. If you can't be a Patreon supporter, two of the most important things you can do to help this channel are click like and share the videos. Anyways, those are the YouTube things that I have to always get out on every video. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all stay safe and healthy.